Saturday nights were always homemade pizza night in the Sullivan house. Nearly every Saturday for my whole life, my dad made pepperoni pizza for everyone in my family. For my 6 siblings and me, it was our favorite night of the week because it meant we got to have pop instead of milk with our dinner. It was also the one night of the week that my dad cooked dinner, even though, as my mom liked to point out, he left the cleanup to her. Every week, even as we got older, and he and our mom were the only ones home, pizza had to be made. One Saturday night last September, my family gathered and had pizza night. I think it was the first time we'd all been home for pizza night in years. Only we weren't all home. You see, on that particular Saturday, September 29th, 2012, we had pizza night without my dad. He had died just hours earlier after struggling with and suffering from leukemia for almost a year. As we left the hospital that evening, overwhelmed by grief and exhausted from standing vigil together since the middle of the night before, one of my brothers said, "I'll stop and get some pizza on the way home." It seemed fitting to eat pizza that night. After all, it was a Saturday. Therefore, it was pizza night. My dad even became part of the meal, despite his obvious physical absence, because someone brought an old box of family photos to the table, and pictures of my dad quickly got spread out all around the table. I remember eagerly reaching for those that had long ago been labeled as my pile, because I wanted to find just the right picture of me with my dad. As my mom, brothers and sisters, and I looked at pictures and told stories about Dad, I felt a strange mixture of emotions like none I'd ever felt before. Maybe it was because his outfits and facial hair in some pictures had me laughing so hard I cried. Yet his youth and happy expressions in others made me cry in sadness with the realization that I would never see my dad's trademark smile in person again. Since that night, we've decided to retire pizza night and reserve it only for special occasions. Saturday nights are just Saturday nights now. But that's okay, because I will never forget my last pizza night with Dad.